Baking with Bananas, and today I'm going to teach you how to make brown butter apple muffins with a delicious pecan streusel topping. So let's get started. Alright, the first step is we're going to make our streusels. We're going to grab a small mixing bowl, and we're going to combine a half cup of all-purpose flour, a quarter cup of pecans chopped, and a quarter cup of packed brown sugar, half teaspoon of cinnamon, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. Oh, and the butter. 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm just gonna pour that on top. What you're actually supposed to do is mix together the dry ingredients first, then drizzle over the melted butter. I missed that step, but it still turned out good. Alright, so the next step is we're going to brown our butter. Alright, we're going to start browning our butter, so you're just going to need a 1/3 cup of melted butter. I'm just going to melt it in the pan. Turn on to medium heat on your fan and start melting it. Alright, our butter is almost melted, and when it's fully melted, it's going to start kind of crackling, and then it's going to kind of foam, and then you'll slowly start to see some brown bits forming, but it's kind of hard to see, but you'll be fine. Okay, I transferred my brown butter immediately to a heat-proof bowl, and we're going to let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes or until we're ready to use it. So we're going to start mixing together our wet ingredients. Alright, we're going to whisk together 1 cup of applesauce and 2 large eggs at room temperature, a quarter cup of packed brown sugar, and a quarter cup of maple syrup, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to whisk this together. We're going to set this aside and bring our dry ingredients. This is 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of ground allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm just going to quickly whisk this together. Alright, we're going to add this to our wet ingredients, and we're just going to fold to combine it all together. Alright, now we're going to chop and peel 1 cup of apple. It doesn't really matter what kind of apple you use. We got given some apples from our friends, so we're going to use them in our muffins. Alright, we're going to chop it up into 1/4 inch pieces. Just do the best you can. Before you continue, make sure you preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to add about 1 cup of chopped apple. It's okay if it's not full cup, it'll be fine. I'm just going to fold this in. I'm going to add our brown butter in here. Oh, it smells so good. Try to get every little bit. So, just going to gently fold this in. Okay, we're going to fill our muffin tins with some muffin liners. This recipe makes a good 12 muffins. Okay, we're going to divide our batter evenly and kind of do a rounded scoop. So we're going to make these nice and tall. Then once we divide all our batter in our muffin tins, you can evenly divide the streusel on top. We're going to bake these at 350 for about 23 to 28 minutes, or until they are spongy on top and a toothpick or insert of them comes out clean. Okay, the apple muffins are done, so we're going to transfer them to a cooling rack where they're going to need to cool down completely. And that's how I make these delicious apple muffins. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Alright, now we're going to chop up 1 cup of apple, and you can really use whatever apple you want. It doesn't really matter. Now we're going to chop up and peel 1 cup of chopped. Alright, now we're going to chop. I didn't want to say it right. Now we're going to chop up 1 apple, which is about 1 cup of apple. What?